Hello team and welcome back to a new IELTS Express lesson. Today is the 1st of January 2023. So before we get started, I'd like to wish you a happy new 2023 full of hope. I don't really believe in resolutions for various reasons, and I don't really believe in new year, new me. Just stay who you are, stay true to yourself, and you do you. Okay, so we have reached lesson number 5. Today we're going to focus on the academic writing task 2. Today I'm going to present and you're going to learn phrases for introducing solutions in a task 2 essay and also to practice writing the main body paragraphs. Yeah, so also talking about language for expressing cause and effect. So let's get started. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to have 9 pretty activities, and I have added 2 extra things for you to help you prepare when you write your essay. Okay, the warm-up. What I would like you to do is to take 1 minute to answer the questions below. As usual, you can answer them all by yourself, or if you've got a study buddy, you can work together. Rule of thumb, and it's extremely important you follow suit, don't write what you're going to say, because as you probably know, during the speaking test everything has to be spontaneous. So if you write things down, then things are not going to be that spontaneous, and you're going to have a different intonation. You are going to organize your ideas better, and you don't want to do that. It's going to be counterproductive. Okay, so it's all about working in a large company or being self-employed. So let's get started. 1 minute. Here you go. All right, time's up. Let me know what your answers are in the comment section. Okay, now that you warmed up, let's go to the first part of our lesson today, understanding the task. As you're used to, you've got a little task over here. Many people nowadays decide not to work for a large company, but to become self-employed. What problems might this decision cause? What can they do to solve these problems? And then you've got 2 questions. So first, what you have to do is to read the task very carefully, underline the keywords, and then answer questions 1 and 2. There might be more than one correct alternative, and you've got 2 minutes to do so. Okay, time's up, and the answers are, please check with your work. Okay, we have chopped the task, we have underlined keywords, we know what we have to write about, yeah? Then we can move on to actually things that we're going to learn today, language and content. Okay, so I've got one activity here for you. I'd like you to look at two problems self-employed people face. And then I would like you to think of two more problems to add to the notes. Don't worry about the answers. I'm not going to give you the answers right now. Don't worry about them. You're going to get your answers. Don't worry. I'm not going to let you hanging. 2 minutes, 1 minute for each problem. Again, it's totally fine to work with somebody else. I would strongly advise you not to search up the internet. I would like you to use your own knowledge and experience to solve this task. Okay? 2 minutes. Okay, time's up. As I said, don't worry about the answers. And now we're moving on to the third activity. Okay, you have some problems. I would like you to look at two solutions from the previous activity. And again, add two more solutions to the problems you thought of. Brainstorm, think what other solutions you might add. You've got 2 minutes for this one. as I said, not to worry about answers for the previous activities, because you're going to read them now. And this is a sample answer. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to read it very carefully, and also to identify the problems and also the solutions. Okay? All right, here we go. Okay, time's up. So I want to tell you that we'll be using this essay throughout the lesson, and we're going to chop it and dissect it and extract ideas and useful phrases and words that you'll be using if you have to answer a problem solution essay in your actual IELTS exam. All right, moving on to the fourth activity. Here I would like you to multitask. You're going to first look at the phrases in the box for introducing solutions, and you'll have to identify which phrases from the box the student uses in the model answer. You're going to have it on the next slide. And then the second thing you have to do, you have to identify the words and phrases that the student uses to describe cause and effect. Okay, so first solutions, then cause and effect. And you're going to have, again, the sample answer, but you've already read this, so it's not like it's new to you. 2 minutes to identify solutions and words and phrases for cause and effect. Here we go, 2 minutes. Okay, thumbs up. And here are the answers, the phrases, language to introduce solutions, and also for those to express cause and effect. All right, moving on. Next activity. You're going to read 2 more problems self-employed people may face on the next slide. And there are 2 steps that I would like you to follow. First, I'd like you to underline the words or phrases that introduce cause and effect. And then you have to write full sentences introducing the suggested solutions for each problem. And you can also use phrases if you want to from the previous activity, or you can bring, I don't know, you can use your own solutions. So, for example, here, as you can see, you've got 2 sets, so to say, okay, of problems and solutions. In the first one, I would like you to, the problems to underline the words phrases for cause and effect. And as you can see, the solutions are in note form. What I would like you to do is to write full sentences to introduce the solutions. Okay, 2 minutes for this one. I know it's easy, you can do it. All right, here we go. Okay, time's up. So these are the phrases, and for the solutions in full sentences, I am not giving you the answers here. I'm going to raise the bar a little bit. I want to see what you've done, so you can write your full sentence solutions in the comment section. All right, and now we're done with the practice. We're heading to our last part of the lesson, planning the essay, writing the essay, and also assessing and improving it. So you've practiced writing solutions, you've practiced writing problems, you've learned new phrases to express cause and effect. Let's get to the actual planning the essay. Okay, you're going to read the model answer again. As I said, we're going to work on it. And I would like you to write down these 3 questions. How many paragraphs are there? What does each paragraph include? How many problems and solutions does the writer mention? Again, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do this one. And then we're going to focus on the actual part of planning the essay. Okay, here you go, 2 minutes. Okay, and here are the answers. There are 4 paragraphs. Each paragraph has a function. We've got introduction, problem, solutions, and of course conclusion. Now remember, no matter the type of essay you have to write in your IELTS exam, your essay needs to have a head, body, and a tail or legs. Meaning introduction, the actual body paragraphs which answer the question, and then the conclusion. If you forget, or if you miss, or if you don't have time to write any of these, you're going to be penalized for task achievement, which means that you haven't written what the question asked you to do. No matter how beautiful your body paragraphs are going to be, and no matter how clear and concise the introduction is going to be, if you miss to write the conclusion because you didn't have time, then again you're going to be penalized because you have failed to fully address all parts of the question. And how many problems and solutions does the writer mention? 2 problems and 3 solutions. Now you can do this. You can have 2 problems and 3 solutions. That's totally fine because you want to save the best for last. But remember to have a balance. Don't mention like 2 problems and only 1 solution, or 3 problems and 1 solution. It's totally fine to have more solutions to the problem. All right, so we know exactly what we should include in an essay, disregarding the type of essay you have to write. What you're going to do right now, you're going to write the 2 middle paragraphs of the actual essay for the same test, task, and activity 2. If you have missed that, you can press pause and you can go back. And I would like you to follow these steps. I would like you to decide on 2 problems to include in paragraph 2. Again, you can use your ideas you have brainstormed in activity 2, and then decide on at least 1 solution for each problem for the 3rd paragraph. And again, you can use your ideas from activity 3. It's really important you plan your paragraphs and to make notes. Notes are very good at this point. I don't really recommend full sentences. And there's 2 ways you can go about when you have a problem solution. You can either choose this one, a paragraph which has problem, problems, and then solution, solution, or you can follow a different a different plan. In paragraph 2, you can have problem, solution, problem, solution. So you can alternate. And then the paragraph 3 again, so problem 2, solution 2. Either way you do it, make sure you develop each paragraph equally. So you don't have 2 problems and only 1 solution, or it's not very clear which solution goes with which problem. And remember that you've got 40 minutes to write the essay in the IELTS exam. And I think I've told you this before in our first lesson. If not, everything is on my website, and I think I've also given you a lot of tips on my Instagram account. If you take 6 minutes at the beginning to do what we've been doing, understand the task, underline keywords, figure out what you have to write, and then to plan your essay like you have it here. Spend 30 minutes on actually writing the essay, and then again 3 to 4 minutes at the end to revise, to check for errors, to reread your essay. You will have time to write the essay. However, this won't work if you do this for the first time in the exam. You need to practice this. I mean, there are a lot of people who might think, oh yeah, I can do that. But you have to practice this beforehand. It's important. Planning is crucial. I don't think I can stress this enough, and I'm sorry if I'm nagging you. Yes, this is who I am. Planning is crucial, and I've said this multiple times. A lot of people disregard this because they say, oh, I need to use all my time to write the essay. I'm going to write like a band 9 essay. You need to plan. Even if you spend 2 minutes, 3 minutes, even if you spend like 1 minute, I don't know, praying or catching your breath or organizing your thoughts, or if you jot down some keywords, it's really important you don't simply start writing the moment you have read the question. And a lot of people don't really read the question. They simply disregard everything. They just read the question and they write as they read it, and it's really weird. So it's really important for you to plan. Okay, I'll shut up. I'm going to give you 5 minutes for this activity. You can work alone or you can work together, however you feel comfortable. And then we're going to move on to our last 2 activities of this lesson. Okay, time's up. So this was the planning part. And now we're moving to actually writing your essay. So I would like you to write your paragraphs. Again, you can use your plan, and of course you should use your plan from the previous activity. And I would like you to remember to explain each problem very clearly, suggest at least one solution for each problem, and again, to use words, phrases that I have presented to you today to describe cause and effect and to introduce solutions. Now, I'm not going to time this one, obviously, because it's going to take quite a lot of time, but I would go for around 20 to 25 minutes for you to write the paragraphs in full form, full sentences. And I would like you to write about 150 words. As you're going to write 2 paragraphs, and you need to write a minimum of 250 word essay. So 100 words for both the introduction and the conclusion. That will do. All right. And after you have completed writing the essay, I would like you to go to the very last part of our lesson today, assess and improve. And here you have, I would say, like a marking scheme. You can do the previous activity alone or together with somebody else, and you can exchange essays, and you can work with somebody else, and you can see whether the other person has has fully completed answered the question fully. Sorry. So first of all, I would like you to, whenever you're assessing either your paragraphs or your essay or someone else's, you have to check whether the content of each paragraph is clear, if you got problems and solutions, if you have managed to explain each problem clearly, and if you did the same thing with the suggestions, and if you have written at least one solution for each problem, if you have used words and phrases to describe cause and effect, and again, if you used phrases for introducing solutions. Basically, this is the last part of the essay, those 3 to 4 minutes, when you have to revise and you have to double check. And besides this, you also have to check for other grammatical errors or vocabulary or spellings, because this will help you. This sometimes can make the difference between band 6.5 and band 7. And that's it. Thank you very much for hanging on with me. And I'm really happy that you were here on the 1st of January. If you found this fun, if you learned something or both, then I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up, a comment, or if you can share the video so you can help this channel grow. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see as many of you next time with our next lesson. Take care. Bye bye.